this one here is an absolute showstopper. I have been so excited to video this bad boy leg of lamb. Let's go straight into it. We're gonna start off with rosemary. Rosemary is the signature herb when it comes to lamb. If you don't have the rosemary, forget about it, okay? So we're just gonna start off by cutting up some rosemary, chopping it up, dicing it up. I did about 4 or 5. I'm also gonna go ahead and prep my onions, so I'm just gonna chop that up as well. I think the reason why I'm so excited to video this leg of lamb recipe is because I've historically always been really afraid, really like intimidated when it comes to cooking large bits of meat like leg of lamb, beef joints, that sort of stuff. So this was at one point, I'd say about a year ago, really unfamiliar territory. And then one day I was just like, you know what? You're big ShiaStyle, you know? Nobody can do it better than you. So I was like, let me just go for it. Let me just see how this goes. If it fails, it fails. But do you know what? If you lot know the price of leg of lamb, this cannot afford to fail. But it didn't fail. And ever since then, it's just been, yeah, it's just amazing. So now I'm just going ahead and cleaning my leg of lamb. Leg of lamb is a really, really expensive piece of meat. Luckily, they were doing some wicked sale in Sainsbury's, so I was like, okay, because I was gonna get half a leg of lamb, and then I saw that the full leg of lamb was less expensive than the half, so I was like, okay, we're going all in for the kill. So usually I only do half a joint, so this is actually my first time doing a full leg of lamb. So yeah, this is exciting. So as you can see, I just pat it all dry, cleaned it, all of that good stuff. Now I'm just gonna drench it in some olive oil. This is gonna act as like the base. This is what's gonna help all the seasonings and everything to stick. I've then added about a teaspoon of salt. Everything else I kind of just did freehand. So now I'm gonna go in with some black pepper. I usually just do enough seasoning to kind of like cover it. Again, I wasn't too generous with the black pepper. I only needed a little bit. So as you can see, it's just about covering it. I then like to poke some holes in the meat. This is just gonna allow it when it's marinating for the flavors to infuse. As you know, your girl loves smoked paprika, so that's what's going on now. I was quite generous with it, along with some all-purpose seasoning. I like to use this specific brand. I'm gonna plug you guys. I'll put it all in the description below. Description box below. But this brand is everything. Also, I only use Raja, I think that's what you call it, lamb seasoning, because there's just something about this seasoning over any other seasoning that I just love. So I go ahead and put that one on. I also go ahead and put some dried thyme and also some green seasoning. I am yet to make my own green seasoning. I haven't done that yet. So I usually just use this kind of like ready-made green seasoning. Now this is where you get stuck in. Usually I'd wear a pair of gloves, but I've run out of gloves because I'm literally always cooking. So I'm just gonna go in there, raggo with my hands. Obviously, make sure your hands are clean, please, now. All right, okay. Now I'm just gonna go in with a few garlic cloves, and again, I'm gonna really rub that into the meat. I think the trick when it comes to these sorts of big pieces of meat is to make sure you rub the seasoning in, okay? Now I'm just gonna go in with some onions. I use half a large onion. I realized that actually your girl did not need that much. So I've just gone in and put what I thought I needed, which is probably only about 1/4 of a large onion, or alternatively half of a medium onion. I've then gone in with some more rosemary because you can't get enough of rosemary. I've gone in with some thyme as well, fresh of course. And now this is the part that I always include. So I've gone in with a lamb stock cube. I'll put the brands and everything that I've used below. Now I'm just gonna whisk that to its majority combined. You're obviously gonna have some bits that wanna just do their own thing, but it is what it is. Now I'm gonna add that to my lamb, and then I'm gonna scoop all of those big pieces because that's what's got the flavor in it, right? Obviously, once you cook the meat, that will all evaporate. This is the finished product. This meat I'm gonna leave overnight to marinate. Guys, the longer you leave this to marinate, the better it is going to be for you. I promise you, good things come to those who wait, all right? So make sure you leave that thing overnight. I've also put some garlic and rosemary in the cavity. This is now going to be covered and put into the fridge. I also like to add a few chunks of unsalted butter before I cook. I'm then going to cover this with foil and cook at 170 degrees for approximately an hour and 45 minutes. At the hour and 15-minute mark, I'm going to open it up, have a look, and then I'm going to uncover it for half an hour, and it should be looking like this. At the hour and 15-minute mark, I removed most of the gravy, and that is what I used to completely drench this leg of lamb with amazing lamb gravy. Guys, this one here, everyone is going to love it, I promise you. And the best thing about leg of lamb is you can make it into absolutely anything. Once I've completely removed all of this lovely lamb meat off of the bone, I'm going to use this bone to make a lovely lamb soup. I'm also going to be making a lamb fried rice. The options are absolutely endless, guys, but today I'm going to be having it with some roast potatoes and some veg, and I'm going to, of course, smother it with gravy. And this is it, guys. As always, nobody do it better than ShiaStyle. All right, bye.